Приветствую всех, на связи Agover. Продолжаем прохождение такой хорошей игрушки, как Elex. Вот мы вернулись к нашему первому компаньону Дурасу. У нас будет большое количество помощников. У всех будут какие-то свои особенности, какие-то задачи. Так что в плане сайт-квестов здесь тоже все очень неплохо. Ну, далеко откладывать не будем. Пойдем сразу с Дурасом в Голиет. Это считается как квест, и мы получим опыт.
You'll find Golиет to the east, at the foot of the mountain. Just look for the light from our mana shrine. You can see that from a good distance away. Oh, and the name's Duras. Pleased to meet you. Just lead the way. Very well, and keep up. Keep your eyes open. We're entering the hunting grounds of some of the local wildlife. And neither of us want to end up as rot boar food.
Кстати, вот, если нормально так присмотреться к проработке брони, вот когда разговариваем, и не только брони, то персонажи очень таки неплохо прорисованы. Не может не радовать. Так, подобрали ржавый топор. Целых 2 урона. Он выигрывает от железного прута, так что да, урон наше все. Тем более такой урон. Всё, мы готовы рвать и метать. Так, очки с шестым чувством нам помогают. Вот у нас первый уровень. Неплохо походили, погуляли предварительно, так что плодотворно погуляли.
Magalan almost died when the comet hit. A living, breathing planet turned to ash and dust. But the berserkers are using their magic to bring our world back to life. Just look around you. Edan is the greenest place on Magalan. They need more people. And they offer anyone who comes the same chance to start over. We should move on. One downside of all this plant life is that you can't see the rot boars coming. Let's keep going.
Идем дальше.
All right. Follow me. Let's go.
Вот то, что я и говорил в прошлом видео, то, что берсерки делают терраформирование, можно так назвать это. Планету оживляют, растительность тут появляется и все остальное.
Let's go. What are the ruins over there? Remnants of the old world. Reminder that the past can be left behind. Can we find anything useful there? Maybe. Maybe. A group of clerics came through this area a few days ago. A scouting party reconnoitering Golиет. Well, that was their plan. Instead, they ran into a group of rot boars. Got chased into those ruins and haven't come out.
Ну, мы попробуем из себя очень хорошего человека изобразить.
We're all allies in the fight against the Alps, but those ruins are dangerous. The rot boars might still be there. Why haven't you joined a faction?
Может мне присоединиться к альбам? А ну-ка.
Maybe I should join the Alps. You don't join the Alps. You're born one, or they choose you. That means most people are taken, rejected, and killed horrifically. The survivors are turned into mindless addicts. They might once have been free people like you and me, but Elex has turned them all into emotionless killing machines. Go to Zakor if you want, but all that will await you is misery and death.
Вот так вот.
Maybe I should
поизгоем.
join the outlaws.
They might call themselves the kings of the desert, but they're just hanging on to survival like the rest of us. And that survival comes at the cost of anyone around them, even their own kind.
Ну вот, изгои живут в пустыне. Это привет, Мэд Макс. Ну и там выживает сильнейший, так сказать. За счет других они и растут и развиваются. Почему вы выбрали берсерка, а не клирика? А ну-ка.
Why did you choose to join the berserkers and not the clerics?
The clerics follow the god Kalan, who tells them technology will save us all. I don't believe in gods, and I don't think boxes of cables hold all the answers.
Группировки меня
I
не
have
интересуют.
no interest in factions. I cannot decide whether to join a faction out here. Let's go on.
Well, we have a choice to make. You're short of equipment. We could see if the clerics have left any in the ruins.
You want us to
Предлагаю
go
пойти
into
в
the
развалины.
ruins?
That's up to you.
Явный опыт никому
But
не мешает.
there's a risk to that. So maybe we should just head straight for Golиет. I better warn you that the creatures in there won't take prisoners. It would definitely be safer to bypass them for now. So, what do you think? Shall we risk entering the ruins?
Пошли
Go
в
into the
развалины.
ruins.
A brave
Это
choice.
чуешь.
Opportunities are there to be seized. Those clerics should be around here somewhere.
Да.
I'll
Меня
help you.
больше всего волнует... О, нормально, он, короче... Когда убивает, опыт дают нам. Так что это очень полезно. Ходить с компаньоном. Вон, кстати, тут телепорт еще есть. Ну, я... Так, ладно, потом прочекаю все.
Looks like
Давай,
someone used this as a camp before now.
Виктор, давай вот дура
This
соберись.
will come in handy.
Прошло 2 часа. О. Костер. Кстати, на костре можно пожарить что-нибудь съедобное, к примеру, мясо.
Let's go.
Отметим телепорт.
We should get moving.
О, первое тело. Здравствуй, я ваша тетя. И тут активируется квест. Оружие клирика. Это же хорошо, когда ты выполняешь квест еще до того, как его тебе дали. Еще топор. Лекарства все.
We should get moving.
Крыса. Не лови, Привет. Урос, спаси меня. Я хочу жить. Видим клирик, пусть пока Дурас там поберется. Дурас. Ты где? Отлично. Продуктивно зашли. Кучу говнюков побили. Нам теперь можно чистить локацию от всякого хлама. Это очень полезно. Целебные эликсиры всякие. Тут я же говорю, мир очень наполнен всякими предметами. Поэтому здесь приятно ходить, все время что-то найдешь.
Some sort of machine shop in the old world.
You know about the old world.
Only what I've learned on my travels.
Ruins and wreckage. The The old world is irrelevant.
Irrelevant? It's where we all came from. The berserkers want to grow the world back to what it was. The other factions pick through its bones, hoping to find the technology it left us.
Здесь деньги старого мира, радио вниз. А вот последний клик. 100 опыта, почему бы нет? Рецепт, оружие, а не ингредиент. Это малый запас энергии. Это для клириков что-то типа маны. Да? И здесь еще интересные вещи. Вроде что, наверх поднялся, опа, а тут какая-то дребедень валяется. Собрали, улыбаемся. О, поршень какой-то. Вообще сюда можно попасть более адекватным способом, но мы не ищем легких путей. Лесенка. Можно упасть, пожалуйста. Спасибо. Так, крысы это святое, их надо убивать. Они распространяют инфекции. Прожаренный гниловипрь. Нормально? Вкусняшка. Особенно название так прям аппетит поднимает. Вот не помню, в этой трубе что-то есть. Есть ничего. Это хорошо. Можно 2 таких. Вот, кстати, насчет средств к существованию. Здесь есть некоторые проблемы. Денег много не нафармить. В смысле, Elex. Да. Снаряд. Хорошо. Поэтому приходится каждую херовину собирать. Ради того, чтобы было на что жить. Потому что денег нужно много на прокачку. Оружие, к примеру, тоже собрать и все остальное. А ограничения по ресурсам дают о себе знать. Тут-то что-то тут. Да, здесь еще подвал, я помню, тут даже иногда можно с крысой подраться. Незабываемое ощущение, когда ты знаешь, что можешь крысу победить. Это единственное, что ты можешь победить. Вот, самоцвет. И, кстати, да. У нас есть такая штука. О, отличная вещь. Я пошутил. Кстати, да, надо ее выставить на панель. Вау. Так, трабла небольшая. Ну, здесь собрали, ну и ладно, короче, валим. Так. Доступа давай на 0. Все отлично. Дурас. А Дурас. Нет, я пошутил. Пока рано. есть еще одна нычка, в которую хочется заглянуть. Вот сюда. Здесь есть тоже немного предметов. Путь к Калаану, второй. Тут есть, короче, еще квестовая линия. Именно изучение вот этого вот бога лириков Калаана. Вот единственное, я не знаю, получится выполнить эту миссию, находясь берсерком. Ты играешь. Ну, квест очень даже такой забавный, троллящий даже. Это... Дальше не буду ничего говорить. Поживем, увидим. Так, Дурас. Мужик, пацан, чувак, братишка. Часто заходят клирики. Группировки бывают, разнюхивают что-то, ресурсы ищут. И друг у друга подворовывают. По крайней мере, пока что это идет развлечение. Ладно, не успею читать. Показать оружие.
Elex technology. It's forbidden to berserkers. Officially, you're supposed to hand it in when you arrive in Golиет. But that'll be your choice. Just don't go flashing those weapons around when we get back, okay? Some berserkers are really strict about the laws. Others are more lenient. You see, we leave the albs and clerics to rely on machines. In Edan, we use magic.
Ну да, они применяют магию.
Right. Follow me.
You say there were albs in this area. How long ago was that?
The raider crashed a week ago. It's been quiet since then. Well, apart from the scouting party on the edge of the forest.
Так неделю назад глайдеры жахнули, дня два назад.
And that's bad news for us all.
Или дня два назад только был найден этот наш друг, который обворовал нас. Вот это он лютый пока что. Далее можно будет еще навыком усилить его. А ты троллишь. Блин. Растительность. Растительность. Любимое дело. Тут так же, как и в серии Готика, Ризен, можно будет создавать эликсиры, которые повышают характеристики. Так что надо это собирать. Но я его не убил опять. Пофиг. Давай. Тут-то будут крысы. Дурас. Дурас. Дурас, твою мать. Дурак. Не, слушай, ты вообще бессмертный. Теперь не меня бессмертным считаешь. Не та игра, и бессмертие есть. Так ты ж. О, плюху. Покушаться. На. И... Има. Ошибка стоит жизни. Блин, как же ж медленно. Ну да ладно. А я выжил. Блин, вот к этим двум вообще не хочу подходить, походу они агрессивные ребята. Вот. Хоть ты тресни, не помню. Дура с козел. Пачка сигарет. Если есть в кармане пачка сигарет. Дальше все знают, заканчивается эта история. Самолет с серебристым крылом. Так. О, отлично. Изолента — это великая вещь. Благодаря ей можно делать очень хорошие вещи. Я уверен, что даже армия на изоленте наша держится. Потому что знаю, что производство держится на изоленте. Кто-то очень сильно тут эти сейфы открывал. Им что-то хотелось. Блин, в какой карман ты этот двигатель положишь? Вот вопрос. Ну это ладно, это не критично. Потому что оно все равно нам пригодится. Физика, ладно, забили на нее, да. Это без особенностей в различных играх никуда. Хотя я знаю людей, которые могут вообще не обратить внимания на то, что там что-то очень тяжелое или прибито к полу. Сопрут и до свидания. Даже это. Не спросят, нужно это кому-то или нет. Электронный хлам, металлический хлам, топорик. Вот здесь у нас изгои валяются. Маленький самоцвет. О, как красиво. Мелочь, а поживиться есть чем. О, тебе нормально, удобно? Блин, сочувствую, пацан. Ее тут на металлолом бы все это сдать, вообще бы цены не было. Но эта игра не про сдачу металлолома. Так что придется довольствоваться тем, что есть. Короче, не знаю, что я сюда приперся. И Супермен. изолента это святое, ребята. Кстати, да, изолента участвует как один из основных ингредиентов в рецептах в крафте. Так что не пренебрегайте изолентой. Попомните мои слова.
Are you ready to go on?
Это наш крыса. Сломал третий,
Let's go.
сбежал к нему. Тут еще гнила вепрь. О, лом от земледельцев.
We should get moving. Let's go.
Я уже хотел сказать, не наступи на это гнило вепря. Но это не он. Это Карагопес. Интересно, сколько у него урона? Просто, блин, он куски отрывает у мобов.
Are you ready to go on?
Конечно, у меня это крысиная тактика. Ходить с инвизом. Но все же. Тактика рабочая. О, вроде ничего не придумал. А нет. Опа, и вкусняшка.
You should be able to make your way on alone from here. You can find supplies and get yourself back on your feet in Golиет. And then, the choice will be yours.
So I can just leave whenever I want.
You should try to get a better weapon and some armor before heading into the wastelands, but that's up to you. Have a look around our community. See what we can offer you.
What happens if you find an alb here?
They try and kill us, so we kill them. Except the Separatists, a group of Albs that has broken away from Zakor. Maybe they could be allies.
Вот так вот. Теперь небольшой твист такой интересный. Оказывается, среди альбов есть отступники. И ребята, которые прекратили употреблять Elex. Как сейчас получилась ситуация с Джаксом. Ну, думаю, что отступники помогут сражаться с альбами.
You think the separatists will help you fight the Alps?
Maybe these Separatists want to join the Free People. Maybe they're just another threat. But I'm sure that together, we can defeat the Albs. But for now, the Separatists are outnumbered, without friends and defiant. They're already finding life is hard out here if you haven't joined one of the factions. That makes them jumpy, so I'd be careful around them. They're suspicious of everyone. Well, we have reached Golиет, but this is only the start of your journey. Look for me once you've settled in. You'll find me up at Warlord Ragnar's stronghold at the top of Golиет.
Вождь Рагнар. Какая ирония. Грибочек. Так. Вот. В этой стороне у нас тут находится яма. Это, короче, хламушник всякого высокотехнологичного говна. Мейсон. Ну ладно. Наша цель. Берить как можно больше всякого добра, чтобы подзаработать. Святые сигареты. И эликсир. Да, блин, стрелы, это святое. Можно вот эти вот забрать? Я Блин, жахнулся. Кстати, да, вот интересно. Берсерки сражаются с мечами и щитами, там, с луками, арбалетами, баллистами. Против кого? Против альбов. Самая высокотехнологичная раса. Ну, фракция точнее. Вот, кстати, тоже интересный момент. Зря пирани не реализовали 4-ю версию прохождения за альбов предателей. Было бы очень даже интересно посмотреть.
All right, you can stop there. In the name of the Hooded Crows, and with the power invested in me by the warlords of Golliet, I hereby challenge you to state who you are and what you want. You should know that Golliet is eternally vigilant in its search for albs.
Dura sent me here.
Oh, you're one of Duris's hand-me-ons, are ya? You better think about reporting to Ragnar, or one of the other warlords when you get in then. They'll check you're not an Alb spy. All right, you can go in, but all weapons must remain sheathed. Start anything, and a paladin will turn you to ash faster than you can say, I wish that Duras guy hadn't sent me here. Oh, and don't steal anything, or flash technology around. I don't expect any more or less from you.
Understood.
Good. Then I welcome you in the name of the Berserkers.
Так, серые вороны. Тут тоже свои кланы есть у берсерков. Посмотрим, кто что.
We are the warrior clan of the Berserkers. Our warlord Ragnar, proven in battle, worthy defender of Golliet, leads us as we stand to defend our cause from all who would oppose it, from within or without. We stand as guardians for fairness and justice, equality and order. All who wish to join the Berserkers must answer to Ragnar.
Who's Ragnar?
How can you not have heard of him? Ragnar the Fierce? Ragnar, son of Bajar? He is the highest warlord here in Golliet. Literally, he lives up there in the ruins from the old world.
Момент. Так. Ну, я тут решил немножко кофейка сделать, так что не судите строго, если буду его чуть-чуть попивать. Записываю в 12 с копейками, так что как-то так. Продолжим допытывать уважаемого.
Weren't you listening? As long as Thorold, the great pilgrim and master of all magic, is away on retreat, Ragnar, warlord of the Hooded Crows, is in charge. Warlord of warlords, mighty and just, he is an example to us all. I wouldn't go knocking on his door unless you're serious about joining us. But you might get lucky and see him in the lower quarter. He likes to keep an eye on things personally.
Right, got it.
That's why Duras sent you here? To be recruited? You better join us and not the outlaws if you want to live. Follow the laws, impress people, and Ragnar might see fit to let you become a berserker. Break the laws, and we'll break you.
So, your leader Thorold is not in the city?
No. Master Thorold, the Pilgrim, glorious, great, and wise, has gone into retreat. There he seeks answers. From there he will return to bring us victory. He will return as soon as his mission is successful. Until then, he has given Warlord Ragnar command of Golliet.
Okay, I've got it. It sounds like you're expecting trouble.
Outlaws, clerics, and now the Albs starting wars, and that's before we talk about mutants. Where have you been if you don't think there's trouble in the world? But don't worry, you'll be safe here. No Albs getting past me.
Is there somewhere I can stay in Golиет?
Maybe down by the tavern or with the cultivators. Try the lower quarter. There's room there for honest men. Pay your way or work for your stay and you'll be welcome. We are the protectors of Magalan, and we welcome all free people here.
So, what can I do to earn my stay?
Can you handle a weapon?
Yes.
Then you'll find work. We're short of people since the attacks began.
This place doesn't sound too safe.
Where is? With the Albs looking to tear down this whole world.
You're short of people?
Everyone's lost people to the Albs. Workers, cultivators, warriors. They're all looking for more hands. You'll need to earn your place. But there are tasks for all hands. And the shards to pay for them.
You use shards as money?
What else are you going to use? Everyone uses Elex as money. And don't start on with trying to barter your way with raptor shit. You'll need Elex or decent old world scrap if you want to make a deal.
Вот так вот. Я вот не помню, если просто прийти и сказать «впусти меня», он даже говнюк плату затребует. Хороший пацан. Так, ладно. Самый интересный процесс геймплея я оставлю вне записи, наверное. Точнее, зачистка локации от всякого говна, которое нам пригодится. Роль трава. Делится. На викинга похож. А вот, кстати, интересно, почему роль трава? А что ли там? Это побочные эффекты дает? О, штанишки. Да, это одно из мест, где можно еще штаны себе взять. Нет лучше красоты, чем пописать с высоты, да? Только, ну ладно, это его проблема. Может и не проблема, может проблема у тех, кто снизу там гуляет. Ну да ладно. Так. Ой, это, короче, семена растений, которые они выращивают и получают вот эти вот сердца земли, или как их там по-человечески называть.
What? Is there someone
Are
there?
you looking for something?
Меня тут не было. Жеки, сорян. Ладно, похер. Тут уже ребята спать ложатся. Знал бы, закрался аккуратненько. Так, интересно, получится или нет. Вот блин.
Fucking monster!
А что это? Пошли в лесом. Здесь не убили. Блин, да их убиваю. Так, он же убивает. А что это? Ну, задание выполнено, ну и ладно. 800 опыта и уровень. приятно заскочить, так сказать, на огонек. Могли чуваку в том, что отвлекли часть мобов на себя. Урик. Здравствуй, Урик. Так, пришла эта херобора отсюда. Здесь у нас можно железная руда. Короче, когда горное дело изучим и найдем отбойник, то можем здесь собрать немного ресурсов. Но это будет уже ближе к определенному этапу, там нужны будут ресурсы.
These fucking mutants. They're so desperate for Elex, they even try eating the mana from the seedlings. All that work, ruined by damn rotboars.
There's mana in the seedlings.
Of course, we feed them with it. But mana is made from Elex, right? The mutants can feel that. They think if they eat the plants, they'll get the Elex. But they get mana instead. At least that makes them weaker. Then they're easier to kill off. But only after they've done the damage. That doesn't help me keep the seedlings alive, though. And that's my task. I look after all the seedlings here. Watch out for the damn mutant.
Не хочешь, не надо. Да, вот сердце мира называется. Это добро, которое они выращивают. То есть не всегда получается вырастить из этих растений сердца мира. То есть это очень сложная работа. Так, ну ладно. Немного отступления. Что у вас тут валяется? Что можно... Что у вас тут не прибито к полу, господа? Самое главное метелку забрать. Это остальная фигня. Правильно. Пружинцы. Если бы еще и с Бухичем было, вообще пацаны в небо. Ладно, тут больше нечего ловить. Пойдем пройдемся тут. Почистим кое-какие локации. Собираем квестики. Квестики наше все. Кстати, да, основной набор опыта как раз таки на квестах. Заметили? По количеству опыта, которое сыпется. И есть одно идиотское но. У меня амулет обмана был. Желательно было бы, чтобы амулет практики. Да? Контрактника. Во. Дополнительный опыт только что профук. Так вот. Так бы, может, даже 880 бы высыпало мне. Руководство, светильник. Чел, ты спишь? Спи. Вот у тебя стыдка всякого говна. Ага. Elex. Так. И яблочки. Драгоценный ресурс. Благо тут, кстати, в игре можно сразу красться. Вот в той же готике, первой, во второй, красться можно только после того, как изучишь навык. Ну, здесь пираньи решили отличный выход из положения найти, сразу дать возможность красться игроку. Приятно.
What? What do you want?
On the who you want. Так, растительность наша все. Вернуться бы с обрыва. Тут многоуровневые локации. Можно сказать, вон, пожалуйста. Гони и до свидания. Тычки. Так. Яблоки, яблоки, я видел. Яблоки. Так. Петла. Так, ну ладно, сейчас тогда основные интересные моменты посмотрим. Это у нас торговец. Пока она не видит. Можно тут закупничать пару вещей. Во, у змеи. Отличный меч. Такой более-менее стартовый. Сейчас покажу. Вот он. И, конечно, статов до хрена нужно. 30 силы, 60 ловкость. Ну, урон ядом и плюс 19 к урону. Вот топор, который я взял, он имеет другие характеристики для использования. Вот, кстати, да, железный пруд сила, стойкость требует. Топор, сила, стойкость, другой топор. А вот меч уже сила, ловкость. Тут интересно в этом плане. Так.
You'd better not try anything.
Нет, тут нет. Я облачко, я облачко. Потом благополучно изучим карманные кражи. Берем все, что плохо лежит.
Can I do something for you?
Ладно. Так,
Another
Синда,
incomer. Are you here to
скажешь?
trade, fight, or just add another mouth to the masses? Because unless we get help, I don't know how we're going to keep feeding the people we've already got here. They are supposed to be able to conjure stuff up with their magic, but can they do that with supplies? Can they magic up the food we need? No, they can't.
Так. Синды
Magic up
проблема.
supplies.
Mana, spells, magic it up, whatever you want to call it. Work here might be quite hard, physical labor, but it's supposed to be balanced out with magic. But where is the help that I need? But then, what does magic do for me when I'm hungry? In any case, I won't let myself be deceived. Even if our magic can protect us from what is out there, it is no replacement for a full stomach.
What do you have to trade?
You can take a look at our stock. The selection is more limited than I'd like, but it's what we have. Of course, if we weren't besieged by outlaws, albs, and we're still pen-pushing bureaucrats, I could offer you more.
Are things really that bad in Golиет?
That depends who you ask. I'm sure there are some who don't notice how hard it is for everyone at the bottom of the pile.
Так, ну харизма у нас в нулях. О, ну,
Teach me something.
Of course.
ага. Она как раз по харизме специализируется. Так. Умение, выживание, мастер своего. Численные навыки, работа с людьми, группа, правозащитник, 17 Тайолы. Фигня. Так, нас интересует как раз таки опыта за убийство врагов. Очень, кстати, неплохой вариант. Книжный червь нам не нужен, очки характеристик вот это вот нам нужно. Немедленно добавляет 10 очков характеристик. На будущее пригодится. Так, постой, мы еще не договорили. Так, похоже, у тебя проблема.
Oh, I wish it was only one. But let's start with the Ison clan, promising me regular deliveries from the Valley of the Damned, and then failing to get them for me. It's time Master Thorald returned from his retreat to put this right. But like everyone else, it seems like he has plans greater than, say, making sure everyone gets fed. If we don't get that food, we'll be living on hope and fresh air. Then, why should you care if our warlords don't?
Can I help?
You? Well, not one to turn down that sort of offer. My only motive is to keep people fed. If I'm going to achieve that, I need someone to talk to Angrim. I need someone to persuade him how serious the situation is. These warriors seem to think that fighting is the only thing that matters. But let's see them try fighting when they've not eaten for a week. Can you tell Angrim that's how bad it is? That if we don't start getting boxes of supplies, then the only thing he'll have to eat is boxes.
Can we trade?
Look around. Tell me what you need.
Продажа. А вот это вот не нужно. Из брони. Штаны. Нет, штаны труженика нафиг сразу. Остальное можно оставить. Там могу. Энергетик, консерва. Так. Это все провизия, эликсиры, Так. Шкуры не нужны, кости нужны. Так, да? Бесполезно. И молоток. Вот чисто такой трэш можно продавать. Особых проблем. Денег, кружки, туалетная бумага, это свет. Вот сигареты. Это 919 эликсита нам сейчас подсыпет. Вот только вопрос, денег хватает? Инструкции мы будем продавать только дублируемые. И в принципе вроде все. Так. Подтвердить обмен. Что у нас получается на кармане? 130. Так. Там Бог велел. Ну, зачистка жилья — это обязательные процедуры в таких играх, так что ничего зазорного, зарабатываем как можем. Конечно, да, вот это вот долгое накладывание задолбливает. Спишь? Подожди. А ну-ка, давай рассказывай оставшиеся.
The pilgrim has been gone for so long, I'm not sure anyone knows where he is. He announced that he needed to go into retreat for some higher purpose, and that was it. He left. All we know is that his leaving had something to do with Elex and mana. But what exactly, I don't think anyone knows.
I will speak to Engram for you.
Thank
Ну,
you.
поговорим.
My hunters are doing their best, but we can't get by without those food supplies from the valley.
Получили задание.
It sounds like these supply problems are getting you down.
No guards for escorting the supplies here or to distribute them afterwards. Outlaws and clerics stealing some of what we do send.
Yes, it's not just you. I had my armor stolen by an outlaw.
Outlaws. The one thing you can trust them to do is to steal things.
And you know where they take the things they've stolen?
Well, if they're true outlaws, there is only one place they'll take them. Straight to Tavar and a share of the profit.
Interesting to know.
Ну, харизма у нас недостаточно, поэтому не судьба. Зато по характеристикам мы можем уже прокачиваться. И первое, что нам нужно, это как раз таки интеллект 10 очков.
You'd better not
Ну и
try
плюс то, что
anything.
мы будем прокачивать это бой ближнего боя. Нам нужно будет прокачать оружие ближнего боя, сила атаки, парирование, каждый удар снижает. Тоже, кстати, неплохо. Мощный удар. Повышает урон, наносимый особой атакой за каждый уровень. Хорошая тема.
Are you
Реактивная
lost?
атака тоже пригодится. Это мы сможем атаковать поднявшись на реактивном ранце. Гроза машин, гроза мутантов. Ну, такая себе тема. Так, в итоге... Стоп. Значит, хитрость 25, интеллект 15. Хитрость
Can I do something for you?
25, 15. Отлично. Прокачали. Да ё-моё. Я пытаюсь все время поговорить.
Teach me something.
Of course.
И теперь восклицательным знаком отмечено то, что мы теперь можем цепануть. Вот, кстати, интеллект тоже надо будет прокачать, чтобы хотя бы 1 очко вкинуть в группу. А пока что оба-на. Следующий уровень 55 хитрости, 35 интеллекта. Тогда получается нам нужно для группы 15 вкинуть в интеллект.
Are you lost?
Так. Тоже пойти в сторону чего? Не знаю. О, кстати, оружие клириков много требует.
Can I do something for you?
Ладно, пока оставим это. Ну вот
Teach me.
Of course.
группу мы прокачаем на 1 очко. Всё, 2 харизмы у нас уже. Так, ну едем дальше. Аккуратненько покрадемся, потырим. Прибито к полу. А чтоб тебе, блин, с этой табуреткой жилось хорошо. Иногда раздражают эти моменты. Не критично. Нефиг клацать мышкой.
Stop trying to sneak. I've seen you already.
What
Кто это сделал?
is wrong now?
Кто это сделал? Литесь. Воры, воры. Я его сейчас поймаю. Ребята, подождите. Крыс. Готовы. О, кстати, в плане квеста на еду можно, короче, отмахнуться с помощью вот этой вот протухшей жрачки. Можно протухшую дать, а можно все-таки выполнить квест по-человечески. Поговорить там с командиром клана, лидером клана. Тогда все будет хорошо. Ай, я тут махнулся. Значит, что? Это местная таверна.
The comet killed this world.
Можно, конечно, потырить все эти чашки, но на меня будут смотреть слишком косо. Короче, не хочу, чтобы люди с кривыми глазами были. Вот, пожалуйста, баллисты. Нафиг они здесь? Ну и непонятно. Глайдер разбиватели, да? Шкура. Полезно. Это прям очень нужно. Так, наша цель потихонечку пройти весь Голиет. Все, что можно здесь выполнить. Логично, логично. Интересная тайная местечко. Надеюсь, меня здесь не видно. Закрытая нычка вниз.
Is that so?
И рана. Ран это этот таверну держит, который чувак.
Someone accused a bunch of slobs.
О, замочная скважина. Интересная вещь, но пока не рабочая. Тут ключ. Так, нас интересует здесь. Ну, во-первых, немного растительности нас интересует. Прям очень полезная вещь. Растительность. Ты кто? Труженик. Трудись дальше. Не будем отвлекать. Так. Какие-то странные наросты. Еще один труженик. И пожрать есть что? Или просто просто есть что. Пам-пам-пам. Так, турнир. Помню, что там задачка какая-то в его сторону есть.
Hey, what's that you're hiding there?
What are you talking about?
There, on your arm. What is that?
It's an adjuter. Haven't you seen one before?
I've seen one. I've seen several. It's Elex technology, and that sort of device is forbidden to berserkers here in Golиет. Carrying a piece like that openly on your arm could get you into trouble.
I'm not carrying it. It's an implant.
An implant? Well, that gives you a reason for not removing it. Well, you don't look like an alp. Too much color in your cheeks, too much shine in your eyes. That and you've not tried to kill me. Still, best you know that should you find any other Elex technology on your travels, you should take it to the pit for disposal.
How do you get anything done without technology?
We haven't rejected technology completely. We have rejected Elex technology. And as you can see around you, we have done fine without it. A clean life. Life as it was before the comet. Life grown from mana. Now, that's a better use for Elex than building devices. So we collect technology, extract the Elex from it, and throw the scrap into the pit.
So you extract Elex just like the Alps?
You're comparing us to those inhuman creatures?
Не,
Those monsters
Побах по
throw people into
самолюбию.
their converters. Alive or dead, it doesn't matter to them. We cure the soil of Elix's poison and use it for healing. You will find our healers on the upper ring. They'll show you how we use its power.
Да, вместо Эликса мы делаем ману из Эликса.
So if you need Elex, why do you want to get rid of it?
Ah, Amrek's paradox. We are told Elex is the center of all ills in the world, and yet it is also the cure. So we collect it, transmute it, and hope we can win the race against those who would use it for destruction. You could help us with that.
You want me to collect Elex?
You must have seen that monster made of metal that sits on the horizon? That Alb converter?
What about it?
The Albs built it to refine Elex here in Adan, but our warriors forced them to abandon it. That machine is a thing abhorrent to nature, but we can make use of it. Well, of the Elex in it. Amrek's paradox. Let's take that horror and make it magic. It won't be an easy task, but I need to get some parts from the converter that have a high Elex concentration in them. Can you do that?
And if I get caught bringing Elex into Golиет?
You have my absolute word that this is official business. I told you, we need this. Amrek and the Pilgrim agree. Magic is nature's cure. Technology, its curse. The world hearts will purify Magalan without the need for machines. It's up to us to tidy up the mess that those machines have already made.
I will get you the converter parts you want.
Good. Great. Thank you. Be careful, though. Last guy we sent disappeared. He promised he'd be back quickly. Never seen again.
Вот задание. Можно же и делать.
Why not do this and use technology?
You sound like one of those technophiles, looking forward and not knowing their history. Listen, there are books from the Great Fall that say there were other ways to power machines, but that most of them poisoned the air and the soil. And so, Amric and the Forefathers decreed that all technology that poisoned our world should be forbidden. And right at the time machines were forsworn, and we started to make Magaland pure again, mana was given to us. Magic is nature's reward for our rejection of technology. And if you have magic, why would you want technology? So the Alps pump Elex into themselves, the clerics feed it to machines, and we transmute it into magic.
Surely technology makes life easier.
Such is temptation. The Alps take Elex, they get stronger, but what have they become?
Victorious. They're beating you.
In the short term. They don't even know what they're fighting for. How can they ever be victorious if they let themselves become machines? They have a love of Elex, a need for it, but as to why, if we knew that, perhaps we could talk with them. But they have retreated into Zakor, only to be seen when they come to kill. And they're changing, becoming less human. While our mana helps us cast magic, it's toxic to the Alps.
But Alps can cast magic.
Yes, yes. Now there is something I don't understand.
If Elex is so bad, why do you trade using Elexit?
You mean, why not turn it into mana?
It's Elex, isn't it?
Yes, but the concentration in it is just too low to produce mana. Maybe one day we'll manage it, but until then, it's useful. Everyone spends it, so we do too. I'm glad it's the Pilgrim and the Warlord who have to decide all these things. It makes my head hurt.
Эх,
So, you won't be confiscating my Elexit?
Oh, we need as much of it as possible to buy the things we need. So, please, trade while you're here.
единственное, я не помню, там дадут. Дали бы хоть немного опыта. То, что я бы, к примеру, ответил согласно требованиям по характеристикам. Так, чё у Арнира?
You're new here, right? You're an incomer? Tell me, what do you think about our laws? Do you think they should be strict or just used as guidelines?
Laws should be guidelines.
It's time you had an education.
Why are you asking me about laws?
Well, you're not one of us. So, I'm not surprised at all that you don't think much of our laws. Listen, can I ask you a favor? As an outsider, you're not bound by our laws. Not as much as a true berserker.
Who are you?
Ух ты.
My name is Ornir. I'm one of the workers at the pit. We decommission forbidden technology here, making Magaland safer one machine at a time. I came up with that. Not everyone understands what we do here, particularly incomers. But as Amrek said, technology is seduction. The easy path will lay us waste. And so, here we are, removing temptation from the weak-minded.
Что же ему нужно, а?
I believe I saw someone in the pit. Then he escaped. He's sort of hanging around outside town, down that path near the gate. I think he's an outlaw. I'm only guessing, but I think he must be after the equipment we throw down there into the pit. If it is really one, then he has to disappear.
What exactly do you want me to do?
Твоя главная.
Kill him! The outlaw. I'd recommend you do it from a distance. Don't get close. I'm certain he's up to something.
So, why don't you take care of it?
Well, I'm not allowed to leave here.
Да.
I've got to do things. I'm a technical expert. Angram wouldn't want me to endanger myself. I mean, if he was a piece of technology, I'd be there. The Elex would be out. The law would be satisfied, but... Look, Angram's already watching me. He hears I've been near an outlaw, I'm dead, or exiled.
I will take care of the outlaw.
Good. Great. Thanks. I saw him by the cliff outside the gate into Golliet. You know, below the pit. You should check around there.
Sir, yes, sir. Сомнительный чувачок тут рассказывает о том, что видел какого-то изгоя. Его нужно. Но при этом, что этот изгой сделал плохого, прям такого, ради чего он должен умереть, не говорит. И какой-то сомнительный этот паренек. Лекарь. Лекари ману собирают кружек. А вот и
Welcome to the Berserkers. You want to make it all the way to the top? You must observe our sacred traditions. Most sacred of all, never have an empty glass.
Ухай
Tell
как
me,
черт.
what brings you here?
Is this your tavern?
It is indeed. Tavern, home from home, resting place for the hardworking man. We offer shelter to all loyal berserkers. You want something to drink?
Tell me. Have you heard anything about the elves recently?
Well, it's said that they were very active a few days ago. One of them Albs, Calyx, they say, seemed to be very interested in the old observatory in the mountains up there to the west.
Calyx. Do you know where he is now?
He and his troops went north. Pity. He made it out just before the force sent after him got there. Must have had a fright. There've been no more Albs seen since then.
Do you know where in the north he has gone?
I don't really get any news from past the first border region up there in the highlands of Abessa. There's not many berserkers prepared to venture far into the Icelands. Hardly anyone who's seen the Ice Palace has returned alive.
Do you know anyone who made it all the way down to the Ice Palace?
Not that is still alive. There were a few warriors, but we lost them in the last attack.
Why do you use such old weapons?
What? You think you can't kill someone with a sword? You don't need Elex weapons to survive. You ask the elves. Their technology against our magic, and they're the ones in the ground.
Maybe the berserkers just got lucky.
Ha! Are you one of those people that looks at a shiny gun and thinks it's progress? Elex rots whatever it touches. Look at the elves. They might as well be mutants. They're unnatural.
Leather armor can't stop energy weapons.
Oh, of course it can. It's magic. Nature is magic. Real magic. Took the comet for people to realize that. So, that's what we do here. We work with nature. Nature gives us mana, and mana gives us magic.
Idan is different to the other places I've been.
Well, there you have me beaten. I've never left Idan, but from what I've been told, the comet scorched the ground and what didn't die was poisoned by Elex. It's only here that the world is growing again. Generations of berserkers have worked hard to make this place. And now we have the world hearts. The other lands should be welcoming us. They should be begging us to come and heal the world instead of attacking us.
Who are the berserkers?
We're the only real free people there are. I know, we have our laws. But better that than a knife at your throat like the outlaws. Or an Elex edition like those elves. We're working together to make this world better. You work hard here, you're rewarded. There's no others will be so fair to you.
Да, нигде больше нет такой справедливости, как здесь. Ну, сейчас будем изучать мир берсерков. Рагнар, здорово.
What?
I am Warlord Ragnar, patron of this berserker settlement, while Master Thorold is on pilgrimage. Anyone who commits a crime must answer to me. Emissaries from the other communities also have to speak to me first. So, are you an emissary? Why are you here? Speak.
Мимо проходил.
actually not from Edan.
Ну, прям говорить, что я...
Hopefully you have good news from the other lands. Otherwise, this will be a very short guest performance for you here. So you had better think very carefully about your next answer. Again, what exactly do you want here?
I'm looking for work.
You can prove yourself by helping the people of Edan. There is more than enough work to go around. So if you want to be tolerated here, you must follow my rules. These rules are very simple. If you harm the Berserker community, you will pay. If you serve the community, you will receive fair compensation for it. I hope we understand one another, because if not, you will have to answer to me. Is that clear?
Doesn't sound like I have a choice.
No. Heed my advice, and you will find the Berserkers to be good hosts. Is there anything else?
Master Thorold, what kind of man is he?
Thorold is not here at the moment. The warlords are in charge of the day-to-day running, though all owe their allegiance to him, the Pilgrim. He has taken it upon himself to go into retreat, to seek the answers we need for Edan to survive. His knowledge of magic is superior to anyone's. If there is any person capable of solving the problems we face, it is the Pilgrim.
Do you think the Berserkers can stop the Alps from conquering Edan?
The Berserkers raised Edan from wasteland to forest. This is our home, and we will hold it.
I heard you had taken heavy losses.
War takes its toll. The clerics fought us, the outlaws have raided us, and now we must face the elves. But the Berserkers' roots run deep into the ground here. And we have something to fight for. With magic, with self-belief and hard steel, we have returned as many dead Albs to Zakor as they have left Berserkers dead and dying here. Cormag, Angrim, and myself will see the Berserkers stand firm. Talk to Angrim if you want to know more.
How is your war against the Albs going?
Our war? This isn't a war of our choosing. They attacked us. Then they sent a party to construct a converter in the north of Edan. You'll find the metallic ruins of it there, and the soil around that monstrosity holds the bones of the Albs that came with it. Since then, they have raided, rather than try to hold ground in Edan. But who knows where and when they will strike next? Here, or in Tavar, or Ignadon. The war has hurt them, no doubt. Even their own kind has rebelled. There's a group of Alb separatists to the north. They continue their love of Elex machines, but they are fighting their own kind.
Where can I find Angrim?
Look for him in the Warriors' Quarter, near the Mana Shrine.
Where is the Warrior Quarter?
That would be near the Mana Shrine. If you wish to find something in Golliet, take your feet out of the door and find someone else to be your tour guide.
Where can I buy armor like yours?
Ты даже не гражданин.
Warlord's armor. You don't even have the rank of a cultivator, let alone that of a warrior. And you want Warlord's armor?
Why not?
Slow down, friend. First prove to me that you would be a good cultivator. So, make yourself useful in the city, and we can talk about better armor for you.
Это небольшая отсылка к второй готике, когда на входе в город встречаешь паладина, Лотар, вроде его звать. И у него спрашиваешь, а как получить эту броню? Он начинает там выдавать красноречием блистать. Типа, какой паладин? Ты же даже не гражданин, чтобы получить такую броню. Такая приятная отсылка.
Yes?
What kind of special tasks would you have for me?
Special tasks? Why would you figure that I need someone who can do more than just the usual?
Because I see what's going on here.
Is it that obvious that we have some problems here in Golиет?
Yes, it's apparent.
I have to admit I underestimated you. At least you're observant. But it also takes guts to confront me. So you really want to help us out?
Yes.
Давай.
There are many things to be done. Our people are dedicated, but we still have supply shortages. Food, medicine, machine parts, and other equipment. There are too few cultivators in the fields. Speak to the people here, and they can tell you where your skills are best used. Earn their trust, and you may earn mine. And if you're planning to join us, then I will have a very special task for you. A lot of people come to me, looking to join us, to climb the ranks. You look like you have ambition. If you earn my trust, you'll go far here.
You said something about a special job if I want to join you.
Correct. Then listen well. You must have sensed it out there, that things are changing, that something is happening. If we are going to survive and prosper, if we're to stand a chance against the Alps, I need to know what's going on there. That's where you come in. I need information about the other factions. Any information would be useful. But if you could bring me a report from the fort in Tavar, that would be very useful.
Легкий
So,
маршрут.
if the outlaws, a trip to the domed city in Abessa, or word from the clerics in Ignodon, I need information. Bring me a report from at least 2 cities.
That's a lot to ask.
You know your way around the wastelands. You've survived out there. So you have the skills I need. Plus, you aren't one of us. So you can blend in better with the other people. So if you want to join us, get going. The journey will have dangers. But if you stick to the path, you should reach the other cities alive. So, what will it be? Will you prove yourself? Impress me, and you will earn not just Elexit, but favor, promotion, honor. We don't trust the secrets of our magic to just anyone. If you want such rewards, you need to earn them.
About my
Что
support.
насчет поддержки?
What do I need to do?
Ask around the city. Help the people here, and they will give a good report of you to the warlord of their clan. Some are overburdened, or are doing things that are not in line with the law. Lend them a hand, and uphold our rules.
And that means...
Don't do anything forbidden by our laws. It is that simple.
Is there anything else that I can do for you?
You seem to take this seriously. That's good. Since I can't pass off my duties onto you, you will have to make yourself useful in another way. The cultivators are constantly bothering me with their requests. That needs to stop. Oh, and Erdor hasn't sent back any reports from the World Heart lately. Find out if he's all right, and if he needs anything. As you can see, there's always something to do here.
Where is the World Heart?
To the south of Golиет, down the path. Chances are he's just busy tending to it. But I don't want to leave that to chance. We cannot afford for anything bad to happen to it.
Ну ладно. Не будем наглеть и говорить о том, что мы задарма не работаем. Нет. Вот ты. Тогда пройдемся по всем злачным местам, со всеми поговорим. Просто погуляем по Голиету. А далее уже, ну я тут вне записи быстренько залутаюсь, лишнее попродаю и До следующего видео будем уже начинать выполнять задания.
You should come with me. See something more than Golиет.
With all the
Здрасте.
wounded there are these days, we can hardly keep up.
What was that?
Лекарь, лекарь.
Hello?
Там ты hello.
Nothing we can do will end this
Кира.
war.
Someone has to do something.
Тормоз.
Doing the same thing again
Пусть
and
они
again.
пока
It's
выскажутся.
insane.
But what can be done that the warlords haven't done already?
We can take.
Are you in need of medical? It'll take time to prepare them, I'm afraid. With all the fighting, we haven't any stocks left.
Do you help everyone who asks?
It is a healer's duty, especially in these times of
Она
war.
лекарь.
And it is needed, bitterly. Which is what I have heard from everyone we picked up. Terrible. I wish I could offer aid to all those in need. But it seems not even our magic helps us keep up with supplies.
Can you heal my...
Let me have a look. Here, I think this...
Во. Халявная. А, ну
Thank you.
ладно.
We are
Борзить не
here
будем.
to heal.
Все равно у нас стата нет.
Besides, the more people who can patch themselves up, the less time we'll have to spend picking up the pieces.
You must hear a lot about what's going on.
I don't need to hear. I get to see the results. The magic the Albs are using is so destructive. Somehow they're managing to use pure Elex, and it makes me fear for our warriors.
It's more powerful than berserker magic?
It's more destructive. With the damage it's causing, I can't believe it isn't tearing the Albs apart too. It must hurt them.
Hurt? Yes. But they're trained to reject emotions and feelings.
Yes. They say Elex makes machines of men, but I have heard there are Albs who have escaped their addiction. I wish I could meet one. Knowing what they feel might help me assist others to overcome their addiction.
What do you know about Elex withdrawal?
I met an Alb
Вообще беспалевные
separatist.
вопросы.
He was brought in as a prisoner. His external wounds weren't so bad, but internally, emotionally, he was trying to cope with all those withdrawal symptoms, and at the same time he was rediscovering his emotions. All that pain, all that confusion.
What happened to him? Where is he?
He died. It was all just too much. I wish I could have learned more from him. If he could leave, so could others. Maybe that could offer hope to us all.
Вот так
Come
вот.
with me. I need
Оказывается,
someone
не
to
так
watch my
страшно
back when I go look for some supplies.
было
And I know I can trust you.
Жаксу
I can't leave. Storm.
стать быть альбом.
Incomer. It would be good to talk later and hear your news. You patch them up.
Ну ладно,
I
не
want to
хочешь
give people a
общаться, не
chance to
надо.
fight back.
Не больно и хотелось, кстати. Земледельцы, земледельцы.
Don't try anything, all right?
Да пофиг на вас.
Hey,
Вот стрёмный
did you
тип.
know there were some weapons brought back here to Golиет? Energy weapons taken from the clerics? I'd be interested in getting a look at them, if you know how I could get a chance to do that.
Какое, а?
Be careful. You know I could get you exiled for even asking about that.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Listen, what I need is some help. Let's be straight. You recently tracked down a pair of cleric weapons, didn't you?
Is that an accusation?
This is a small town with lots of big mouths. There aren't really that many secrets. So, have you given those weapons over to the pit? Or do you still have them? I know some people who would be happy to pay for them. The berserkers don't want them. The clerics do.
Are you some sort of traitor?
Торгует.
Me?
Оно.
No, I'm no traitor. I just know some interested parties who would like to get hold of those weapons. I'm sure they would be grateful for your help. You'd be making some useful friends.
Friends? You mean you're a cleric, or you know someone who is.
That sort of accusation can get someone killed, so don't go shouting that at me. I'm no use to you dead. Besides, you can do with a friend, and the shards they bring.
What will you pay me for them?
Of course, of course. I can offer you Elex if you give them to me. That would only be fair. And should you wish to learn more about technology, I could point you to where answers can be found.
Вот, кстати, я не помню, какой вариант более удобный. Продать ему оружие или нет. Если я продам, то получу эликсит, но очень мало опыта. Если не продам, вот, походу он еще какие-то квесты выдает. Честно, не помню. Но мы все-таки отыгрываем берсерка. Уже все решено.
No, your Alexid isn't worth the risk.
Then superstition wins over reason. A loss for us all. Go, hand them in. A shame. I thought you would be clearer thinking that...
You don't think technology should be forbidden?
Look at the people here. They want to change the world, but they're doing it one handful of soil at a time.
You're staying here although you don't like it. There's something wrong about you. Tell me the truth.
Okay, you seem to have figured it out. Well, it's safer here, behind these walls, than out there with the mutants. Particularly if you don't have an energy weapon. I was traveling in Edan with a comrade to scout for men and material. We found ourselves cornered by some mutants. I was the only one to survive the attack. I ran like there was no tomorrow, and left my weapon behind. I'm glad they found me and brought me to Golliet. Besides, there are things to learn here. The more people I can convince while I am here, the better it is for everyone.
So, is there anywhere to trade here?
That depends what you want to buy. Traders need to be authorized, and what they can sell is restricted. You'll need to look elsewhere if you want energy weapons, or anything more advanced than a hand-sharpened stick. And whatever you want to buy, you'll need to find the shards to pay. I could offer you some food as a gift.
But...
Well, since you disagreed with me about the cleric's weapons, I'd expect you'd refuse an offer of food, too.
Is there anything else you don't like about berserkers?
Don't get me wrong, the people here can be fair, they help those around them, and there's the wonder that is berserker magic. And if you follow their laws, you will find acceptance here, all of which is 1,000 times better than you can expect from the outlaws. The people of Tavar might as well be mutants, the way they turn on everyone and everything. What I don't understand is the hatred for clerics here. The wars of the past are long gone. The enmity should be buried. Certainly the clerics believe differently about technology, but that's no reason to hate them. Is it?
It sounds like you've learned a lot about the clerics.
What about you? Are you going to pledge allegiance to the berserkers? Run off to the outlaw way of life? Or follow an interest in technology to the clerics?
Нет, все нормально.
I don't need anyone, or any faction.
An outlaw in the making if
Я
I ever
проверил,
But I think
есть
again,
какая-нибудь тут
at some point you'll need to choose a
какие-нибудь
side.
продолжения по квестам, но
Tell me more about the clerics.
ладно.
You know about the comet that struck our planet? Well, back before the impact, Magellan had technology that could take you into space, or to the bottom of the ocean.
So?
So the clerics want to see that golden age return. We don't want to abandon all the things our people achieved. The clerics think that with Kalan's guidance, technology can sort out this mess of a planet. That it can mean safety and progress for all the free people.
Ну ладно. Так, мясом он не угостит, потому что мы ему не продали оружие. И оказывается, среди вот этих вот подбитышей он был, этот друг.
Welcome to the Mana Shrine. Have you been sent here with a task? Or are you here in search of a healer? Speak now. Or have you taken a vow of silence?
Ты много вопросов задал, поэтому им обет молчания.
Your healers here?
Вылечи меня.
Ah, well, you will find healers among us. But you will learn we also use the name for those who heal, Magalan. Perhaps not Amric's best choice of name, but we're in the habit of using it now. We cure Magalan from the curse of Elex, and from that curse, we bring the blessing of mana.
It sounds like you're doing good work.
Saving our world, the only work that matters. This is the Mana Shrine, where Elex is turned from poison to nectar. One day, all Elex will come here.
У изгоев этот нектар лучше смотрится в виде наркотиков. Стимуляторы, наркотики, красота.
The power released from Elex can make the shrine a hazardous place. Please, be careful here. The power of Elex. Tell me, who are you? You've not said what you're doing here. Something brought you here, didn't it? You were drawn to this place.
Попытаться отмазаться. Блин, вот тоже я не знаю, вот гадкий вариант, который может привести к какой-то не очень приятной, ну, не очень приятному развитию сюжета, но я пошел лесом.
Was it a strange sequence of events that brought you to Golliet? A disturbance, a change to your life, and now events have brought you here. You know you need to be here, but you don't yet know why, if I'm not mistaken. What brings you to me?
А блин, набухался, с друзьями поспорил, и они меня сюда пригнали.
What do you do here?
Отличный вопрос.
Free advice.
As I have already explained, I oversee the Mana Shrine here. As Amric said, our hope for Magalan is that all Elex shall become mana, that from mana Magalan will be reborn. From wasteland shall spring forest, for we are the healers of the world. So, the workers bring the Elex to us, and we transmute it at the Mana Shrine. Well, that is supposed to be what happens, but people don't seem able to stick to their tasks.
How does mana help you cast magic?
That we have yet to understand, though we do study. Even now, Thorold the Pilgrim has withdrawn from Elex to study its mysteries in the hope we can grow stronger. Those who cast magic will tell you that while the elves lose their emotions closing off their minds, mana opens the mind, connects you and the world.
Мана расширяет сознание, и все в том духе.
Isn't mana addictive like Elex?
It is the power of mana that is addictive, not the substance itself. You can see that in Golliet. We don't need mana like the Alps have to have their Elex. And we use a lot less. Most of the Elex we find is given to our seedlings. Mana puts our bodies and minds in harmony with the magic we use. For us, it is natural. The energy the Alps use in magic is torn from the world. It damages them, and it damages the world.
So, How do you transform Elex?
Transmute? We transmute Elex. We place the Elex in the Mana Shrine. There is something in this mountain, the way the rock was changed by the comet. As the Elex passes through, it is changed, purified into mana. If you bring anything that has been altered by Elex close to the shrine, you can feel it.
You say people aren't doing their tasks.
Yes, the biggest problem we have is temptation. Elex corrupts people as it does the planet. Last week, 5 large pieces of Elex disappeared from the shrine before it could be transmuted, at the same time as Kral, one of our guards.
What could the thief use it for?
I don't know, but Elex is food only for machines. Feed it to the plants and they become tainted. Feed it to a man and it drives out his emotion. It can kill his soul. I think Kral is the thief, but thinking is uncertainty. The searches for him and the Elex have come up empty, and I have no idea why he would take the Elex.
Кстати, очень интересный сайт.
Maybe. Where would I need to start looking for Kral?
Well, that is the question, isn't it? The guards tried Ragnar's stronghold at the top of Golliet. Kral spent a lot of time up there, sitting out on the main balcony. He's a thinker. While the guards might have been there already, they aren't the best of investigators. Maybe you will have more fortune if you look there.
What do you do with the mana?
Our mana is everything. It is life itself. It is mana that allows us to do magic. No other faction of the free people can do that. The mana potions we make give us that ability. It makes our warriors stronger, more powerful than any of the Alb's machines. But it doesn't just make us strong, it also makes the world blossom. Look around. All of this is the work of our world hearts.
World hearts.
World hearts are the center of everything we do. The heart of the berserkers. They are plants we enrich with mana. They bring the soil back to life.
Will you trade me some mana for Elex?
Gladly.
Не-не-не, перебьешься.
What goods have you got?
Sure.
Ой, голос поменял. Так, мана, инструкция по изготовлению всякого барахла. Ну и ладно. Вот и поговорили. Так. Значит, у нас тут броник.
Hey, watch it
Здравствуй.
there. You think the armor in this place makes it? Well, you wouldn't be the only one, but let me tell you, it's not true. Damned hard work. My damned hard work. So don't get in my way.
What's so good about the armor you supply?
Quality, skill, and as you go up through the ranks, you're eligible for... As a cultivator, you'll be confronted with different challenges. So for cultivator armor, I make sure to give you the freedom of movement needed for working in the field. But a warrior's armor must be robust.
Can I get some?
I am only authorized to hand out equipment to anyone. A cultivator isn't allowed to wear the armor of a paladin. So, if you want a set of it, you'll have to work.
I'd like...
Pick your armor, choose your weapon, we can...
Ага. Броник, продающий оружие. О, кстати, шлем труженика, шлем охотника. Тут есть щит. Это очень хорошо. Ну да ладно. Здесь у нас что? Ангрим.
Another one? I swear, if security had been this lax in the days of Eric Eisenfaust, we'd all be clerics. What are you seeking here, stranger? Safety? A new start? Meaning? All those things can be offered to those who accept our laws.
Who are you?
My name is Angram. It is my duty, along with the other warlords, to ensure the laws are kept and the Berserker way preserved. We offer protection to those from outside who understand that Edan is working to help Magalan. Stick to the laws, respect our ways, and you will find Golиет welcoming. Break the laws, show contempt, and punishment will follow. You will have a fair chance here if you understand that.
Так.
Tell me more about these.
Steal, lie, cheat, kill, and just. But our laws are more than that. Berserker laws tell us who. Millions died when the comet hit. Our whole species was headed for extinction. And you've seen it out there. People are doing their best. War, chaos, Elex technology. What? Nature. Rebuilding what was lost. That's the only way we can survive. Berserk.
What are the Berserk?
They were laid down by Amrek, who founded the Berserkers. They put people before war, before machines. The only thing above us, so says the first article that forbids anyone from preaching of gods. The second law says pure Elex is a curse on Magalan. All pure Elex and technology made from it is for. Our third law states that world hearts are sacred. No damage can. The fourth law says mana must be preserved. Nature can purify Elex. This has given us the gift of magic. The fifth law states all free people are equal. All must be given protection when it is asked for. All may repent. Now, as a warlord, it is my job to keep the laws in the Pilgrim's name. So,
What happens when
the warlords will hear evidence and pronounce sentence. Trade without a license, steal or cheat, break one of the 5 laws, and justice may be harsher. Our laws preserve us. And so.
Who are the Berserker?
They're everyone you've seen in this town, and anyone beyond who believes this world can be saved. We don't need gods or machines. That forest out there, from seed to tree, we are a new
Ну-ка по квесту.
Cinda? Is there another problem with food supplies?
She hasn't received the resupply she needs, and nobody seems to know when she will.
Didn't Jorah sort this out? Or has his failure to fix things become my problem?
What does Jorah have to do with this?
Jorah was supposed to have sorted this out. Once more, it comes back to me to resolve this directly. Then, there won't be any more escorts for the deliveries. The last group I sent were killed by a troll. We haven't more men to lose that way.
Then send more people.
Fight on too many fronts, and you lose the war. I'll not send more men to their deaths. We have scant enough as it is. Cinda will have to deal with this problem herself. Tell her it is time she called on one of the other clans for help. The Ison clan will no longer risk lives for fish and meat.
Правильно, рыба и мясо это не важно, главное людей сохранить.
I was told there was work.
If you have taken our laws to heart, then yes, there is something you can.
I agree.
Visit Jorah at the pit. All the captured weaponry from the last Alb attack has been stored there. Bring me one of the Elex weapons.
I'll get.
Follow the law and do service. Those are the only. Speak to Jorah if you have any more questions. Now go.
What do you think about?
What are we supposed to think? They're steeped in blood and gut. The clerics speak of God, but they worship their machine and never forget that their blessed religion gave birth to the Albs. Elex corrupts all it touches. Whatever you think of the outlaws, they make no excuses for their behavior. They are out for themselves, but they believe.
Can't you use technology to help nature?
Technology is an addiction. First one machine, then another and another. It's persuading the weak-minded of that. We might know technology is a weakness, but its draw is pulling in even now, I know there is someone here in Golиет spreading the lie of the machine. They are preaching that technology will be our salvation. This damned cleric must be found and...
About the... I can find who...
You can you? What makes you think you can succeed?
I know who's preaching for the clerics.
Are you certain? I don't want...
I've met him, spoken to him.
What miserable drones and traitors have I given shelter to that they will let this cleric live? He knows our laws, and the penalty for spreading false religion is death. Carry out that sentence.
Мы знаем, кто этот говнюк. Теперь так. Как он?
Another damned outsider. We ought to lock you up until we can ship you back to where you came from.
You have a problem?
Can you think of one problem on Magellan that isn't down to out? The clerics gave us the Albs. The Albs come here, build. They foul our, kill our. The only thing stopping these bastards, killing every last one of.
Teach me something.
Тренер. Тренер выживания. Так, по выживанию нас интересует... О, кстати, трофей охотника, хорошая тема. Любитель поесть, замечательная тема. Можно будет пиляться очень хорошо от еды. Выносливость полезно, крепкое здоровье, очень полезно. Да и сопротивление, броня, вот, блин, его никуда.
Sounds like you.
They won't stop until it's always us berserk. 10 hooded crows on the last patrol. Now I'm asked to make.
Why do you hate the Alps so much?
They take so much Elex. They've lost all the. They're like machines. How messed up must you be to decide to do that? And how do they get the Elex? They tear it from the ground. They take plants, animals, and people. Every alb, every mutant.
So you don't...
Our founding fathers knew well that you have to be really... They taught us we cannot give in to the temptation that awaits us out. And they did well. In the end, they were the first to... No one who has seen a mutant with their own eyes can deny...
You want to...
I want to exterminate them. And every man, woman, and child on this... What about you?
Tell me the mission.
Very well. The Albs have been scouting ruins to the west of here. It could be they're searching for resources. But it could be... Or looking for somewhere to set up a base they can use to launch... Whatever they're doing, those Albs have had a free run of things for too long.
It almost...
A fully trained Alb commander, even an... But true power is only found in the will to win. Have you got them?
What if I did, and I took...
Then you would be just another henchman. Is that what you want? To destroy Magellan as you destroy a strong sword? Our very effective They will...
Where are these rooms?
To the west, in the valley of the... The Albs have been spotted in some abandoned... It could be they've made those ruins their base, and are sending out... We've had reports of Albs on the roads around there, and out along the river.
Так, задание...
I'm keeping my eye on you.
Найти отряд альбов. Хорошо, найдем. Так, сейчас пройдемся. Тут у нас есть телепорт. Ночной стражник. Нормально, тут ночные стражники, дневные стражники.
You should listen to your instincts. They saw the Albion, pissed themselves and ran.
You seem worried.
Вот он, телепорт. Отметили. Отлично. Так, ну тут сейчас тогда, думаю, договорим со всеми. Тут осталось уже по мелочи. Сам дом вождя зайдем чуть позже. Ну и в принципе поговорим о некоторых заданиях уже на следующем видео. Видео это дело хорошее, но спать иногда тоже полезно. Говорят, помогает. Здесь у нас просто стражники живут, казармы. Здесь тоже вроде казармы. Господи, темно, это ужас. Мадам пошла лесом.
Welcome, incomer. I hope you are being treated well. Golиет has always opened its doors to those who need shelter. But these are hard times, and war grows suspicions. As for me, I think the free people should work together in this war with the...
Will I have trouble here?
It will mostly be talk. People gossip about If you want the people here to trust you, then help. Once they do, they will open their doors to you. You will have a place to stay, a chance, and they will likely reward you for... We berserkers believe in second chances. It's your choice whether you take that.
Who are you?
I am Cormag, warlord of the Hammer clan. Each of the clans has a gift given to us in our time of need. Proof that this planet needed a guardian, and that we can channel power through our bodies and battle the machines of the clerics. And yet, it seems so normal now, doesn't it? It's hard to remember that magic is only a generation old. We have only just started our study of it. And the Hammer clan has...
What do you think about your laws?
Our laws bind us. They tell us who we are, how we interpret them. That is, death and exile shouldn't be the only sentences. There should be reward in repentance. Leniency could save us valuable people.
You think other berserkers are too harsh?
Dedicated, not harsh. And sometimes dedication can blind us to other ways of thinking. Now, Angram would say that giving into technology would destroy us. But I wonder whether holding on to the laws too tightly would do the same. After all, there were those who tried to stop using magic. They said it was against nature. Now magic is all that defends it. Whatever my thoughts, the laws we have now are the ones we must follow.
Are there problems between...
Give any group a name and they'll use it as a cause for argument with others. But, while there are always differences, we are all but anyone who forgets that needs a swift reminder of their true allegiance.
You have traitors.
Not traitors. Troublemakers. People whose mouths move. You think we should use the law to silence anyone who thinks differently? I say they need to be convinced that our cause is best served if we work together. I've been saying that over, but it seems some people have stopped.
Maybe they...
Perhaps. You could do me a favor and talk to Elder. He's been speaking out against the Eisen clan. But you will find him living with the other cultivators down in the cultivator. I'd be grateful if you can find out the reason he's upset, before this bad feeling escalates into something else.
Задание. А ну погодь.
Teach me.
Чему он учит?
Sure.
Ай, господи.
Sure.
О, ой, это очень замечательно. Ловкость здесь нам нужна. Спастись. Ладно. Так, это дом вождя. Позже очистим. Ну и
So, you decided to well, I've been given a job by a warlord Ragnar that I think might suit you.
Tell me about the...
Well, the task I have on offer should profit you, and though it's not the best way to sell our community to you, it should demonstrate that we're open about things. You see, there was a murder committed just outside Golиет a few months ago. A rather dedicated... There's been an investigation, but no definitive answers as to why he was killed. So, Ragnar wants me to follow up
And what can I do?
Well, I'm having trouble getting answers from people. Maybe an outsider will have more success getting them to open up. Would you talk to the suspects and...
Tell me about the victim.
Задание от Дуроса.
He was a warrior, newly promoted from cultivator. Ragnar had high hopes for him, but Ascor wasn't popular. He went missing around Mana's Eve 3 months ago. No one knew where he'd gone, and it wasn't like he had many shards to up and disappear with. Then one of Ragnar's patrols found Ascor's body rotten up in the forest. It looks like he was stabbed several times with a sword. Whoever did it was strong enough to overcome him, but they didn't find anything on Ascor to point to who might be the murderer.
And you think I can...
You're a stranger here. That means...
What kind of logic?
To be honest, I think this is a dead... But Ragnar, against all the evidence, seems to think it was a berserker that killed Me, I think it's a wild goose chase. None of Ragnar's questioning has thrown up any proof a berserker was involved in this, so... Chances are it was an alb, an outlaw, or a But if a warlord has an itch to scratch, then that means we have to go and scratch it. So, let's cross all these
Is this why you brought me to do your dirty work?
I brought you to Golиет to give you a chance. And this is a way to earn it by getting a war...
Does Ragnar think of it?
Ascor was killed with a sword, and there aren't too many people who use swords outside of Idan. But if Ragnar's right, then it must be someone who was outside the walls at the time. So, Ragnar drew up a list of 5 suspects. No idea why these 5 exactly, but...
I'll find the murderer.
Ragnar wants answers. He seems determined to find out. Myself, I don't know if we'll ever know what happened. But if we can eliminate these 5 suspects, then who knows? Maybe one of them did do it, and you'll get...
Will the suspects talk to me?
Tell them you're investigating on Ragnar's orders. They'll answer your questions.
Who are the suspects?
A group of people who were out there in the forest. The first on the list is Baron. He's a guard. Well, he's supposed to be a guard. As far as I know, he doesn't have an alibi. But I think the only real reason he's on the list is because he knew Ask. Then there's Thorgal. He's in charge of a world heart and a best. I have no idea why Ragnar would put him on the list. Maybe. Third is Garen, a hunter. He was reliable, but he seems to have lost heart in himself. There's some... Last are Eardor and Rock. Rock I can't get a handle on. There's something he's not happy about. Eardor is still wet behind the ears. Bit of a whiner, but they were all outside Golиет at the time of the murder.
What do you want?
Where they were 3 months ago around Mana's Eve when the crime was committed. What they thought of Ascor. I doubt you'll get a confession. I doubt any of them did it, but you'll get a sense of the men, and then you can report back to me so we can close the case.
Where can I find them?
They're all still out there. Track them down, then report back to me when you've...
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
We're a team. I'm ready if you are.
Вот Дурас уважает. Так. И бывшая гостиница — это теперь дворец лидера берсерков. Ну, почти лидера. Так. То есть, ну, вот сам Рагнар. Здесь супруга еще находится. Лика. Ну ладно, с ней говорим.
If you want to
Хватит.
rest, you should find yourself a spot and relax. And if you are hungry,
Do you welcome?
not everyone here is as welcoming as they could be. We're all in need of help. So, wherever you came from, what's the point in us seeking to rebuild the world if we continue? We need to build. I hope you can see that.
What is this building?
A rare relic of the old. If you want, go up to one of the higher balconies and you will get an idea how beautiful. It seems the people of the old world understood the value of that even.
Why do you build?
This place might be a good choice for defense, but we all need to be rooted. We all need to remember our place. You, me, all the people here.
How long have you been?
I was born here, and
What's so good?
As Eisenfaust said, of all the places and all the people in Magalan, the planet chose us. And Eisenfaust wasn't exactly known for. With respect for all his great feats, he was a bit of a. We have organized our lives around the essential things in life. You do not need everything you think you need.
I could get used to.
Good. Good. You will find safety here, and purpose. Ragnar will help you find your place. He can sound severe, I know, but there are pressures on.
Tell me about
Ragnar the Fierce? Ragnar, son of Bajar? He is warlord of the hooded.
You're married?
Why would I marry someone whose expression is that of thunder over the mountain? That is when he is carrying the weight. Then he is a warlord.
How did Ragnar?
Hard work, dedication, and popularity.
Tell me the real story.
Do you mean, is there a deep, dark secret? A tale of No, I'm afraid it's a tale of skill, ability, and dead. He was named Berserker when he was a teen. Served his time in the fields as a. He was seen defending the seedlings from mutants and was named warrior on the. When he was a child, Ragnar met Eisenfaust, and I think that left its mark. And he is, just with more of a sense of humor. In their hour of need, the Berserkers call for another
Is there something?
There are always things that need doing here, and helping out will gain. Of course, for the highest ranks, we must all look to the warlord. Ask in Golиет, and you'll find tasks to match your skills. But there is, though I warn you, it.
Tell me the.
Confident without the details. Our scouts reported that a few let's just say that despite the clerics came off, but the weapons they left behind, lying about, they could cause a great deal of damage in the wrong hands. I want you to collect them and take them to Yora. You'll find him at the pit. He and the workers there make sure such technology is made safe.
Why didn't your
There were too many mutants. The clerics seem to have stirred them up and had half the mutants in the area after. The area is quieter now, but Ragnar has had to assign the warriors from the patrol to other.
I will find the way.
Thank you. The sooner we can put them into the Elex, mutants, technology, we have a long way to go.
Пропавшее оружие. То самое, которое мы уже поднасобирали.
That is good news. Please take them to Yora and arrange for their disposal.
О, все. Ну что ж, на этом, я думаю, хватит. Конечно, экшена мало, но зато мы познакомились с Голиетом, с персонажами, которые здесь есть, немного лора и все в том духе. Ну и в принципе на этом, думаю, закончить. Так что смотрите дальше новые видео, которые будут выходить по Элексу. Я думаю, серии 40-50 будет. Игра не быстрая в этом плане. Ну и подписывайтесь на канал, оценивайте видео, пишите комментарии. Ну и все такое. Вы, ребята и подруги, умные, разберетесь. Так что спасибо за просмотр. Всего хорошего, удачи.